Yeah, it's going to be another outing for me. I've got multiple innings. Every outing I've gone out there. So, the thing for this is now it's going to be more of a set routine, a little bit more consistency. So, I was already on the 5 day routine already. So now it's just I know that I'm going in. You're going in from the first inning versus somewhere between the middle of the back half of the game. Yeah, yeah. So I've been on a 5 day schedule since the start of spring training. So I've been able to stay in a pretty strict routine as far as bullpens, workouts, and that kind of stuff goes. So there were a couple outings early in the year that had games gone a little bit differently. I think I would have possibly gone the next day, but still stayed in a 5 or 6 day. But as far as how it worked out those first couple, I always seemed to follow Brett. No, no, it'll be the same. We've done game planning the last 4 or 5 innings, whatever it's been, to go out and attack the lineup multiple times. So I've been out there to game plan as a starter, and we've known that my outings would be multiple innings. So as far as game planning, attacking hitters, it'll be the same. It's definitely helped. That's something that I've grown accustomed to coming up through the minor leagues, is being on that set routine. So to be able to get in that and you have the routine of pitch in, day off, bullpen, keeping workouts the same. It definitely helps just to keep the mindset locked in and knowing when you're going to pitch and what day you're going to pitch. Yeah, yeah, that was part of the plan is to to keep hitters unbalanced, keep them guessing. Last year I fell into the trap of having pitches and stuff that all worked in the same direction, away from righties into lefties. So they kind of keyed on that and kind of capitalized last year. So the plan at the end of the year, going into the offseason, was, hey, we gotta give different mix. We gotta get pitches that move both ways, and so far we've been able to do that, and it's something I can continue to build on. Yeah, yeah. There's no count that I feel uncomfortable in now. Last year had I fallen behind early, I got stuck in some certain places. So this year, definitely not afraid, to fall behind 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, just because I know I've got so many things to get out of it, and to execute a few pitches here and there. It's a weak ground ball or a punch out. So it's definitely giving myself more options this year. Yeah, yeah, it definitely helps to have multiple options to go to. Obviously, they still need to be serviceable big league pitches. You can't just have something that you can just throw for show, and guys are going to know that it's not going to be an out pitch or something that they can even worry about. So something that you have to still have you put the work and time in to make sure it's a good big league pitch. But definitely gives you just the options, and puts that extra thought in the batter's head. I don't think they're necessarily looking for the slider. Obviously, it still had some pretty good numbers last year, even if they knew it was coming. But it was more the right. Last year I threw a fastball that had some cut to it, went away from righties, and a slider, so they knew that they could kind of lean out over and look the other way, and look for something moving away from, and vice versa for the lefties. They knew everything was going to be coming at them, so they could kind of step in the bucket a little bit and yank. So having guys like Jed, come in this year and say, hey, our scouting report last year was, hey, when I get in the box, we know it's going to be a way. We're looking for something on the outer half. So that was definitely beneficial, knowing that I had already added all the extra stuff in the off season. So you just kind of fell into certain patterns last year and just didn't really have anything to match what they were doing. Yeah, yeah, just having cleaned up a lot of things this offseason and working on hand placement, and just kind of opened the door for that changeup. That's something I've always fought since I've been in pro ball. So to finally get things under control and get that good hand placement, get the good feeling mechanically, it's something that's still developing, but it's definitely in a lot better place right now. Yeah, historically they've got some guys in there that can swing the bat. Yeah, I've looked at them a little bit. And I think that the way they're going to play the lineup against me is probably going to be pretty left-handed heavy. All their left-handed bats are some of the bigger bats outside of Cruz. So but I think the way I've been throwing this year and with the stuff I have added, I think it makes a pretty good matchup for myself.